Flashing lights dance with fire in the night. I'm wired. Watch the time pass us by. Is this feeling lying? Could you pass the lighter? Yeah, I'm trying to keep my cool. Nicotine in my veins, flaming up desires. What am I supposed to do? Cause it feels so good. Feeling wild like a zoo. Put me in a mood. Put me in a mood. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution.
Hello everyone, welcome to Duane and Nadia's Food, Travel, and Fun. This is Duane, and today we are doing Duane's World of Wings one more time. So, this month we are venturing off to Japan, and I found a recipe that I liked, and I think everything was really available, except for possibly this one item, and this is basically the recipe, and this is miso paste. I'm going to give you a nice close look. Watch. I've opened it. I've been using it. I've been trying it on different things because I wanted to get a taste for it myself. I've had it. I've had recipes with it before in Japanese restaurants and whatnot, but I really couldn't quite place the taste itself, and I really wanted to. So we're not making any kind of a buffalo wing. I think the hottest ingredient I have going in today is this white pepper. So, and that's it. It doesn't have a ton of ingredients, but it's got a few. Now, the way I saw it was that it was actually marinated overnight, and I never do that with my wings. So I'm here right now because I'm going to show you the quick prep for marinating, and I'm going to do it both ways. I'm going to do it. All right, give me 1 sec to get a little bit reorganized here, and I will chop up my chicken and make the sauce for both. I'll make the sauce ahead of time, and it'll just sit in the fridge. It'll be fine. And there you go. That's it. We're going to bring it all together, and I'll do the cooking and eating later, and I'll let you know what I think. So there you go. This is, the chicken is ready. I can take these off now because I'm done touching sticky chicken. And we can go to the next part, which is also quite simple. Making the sauce, the marinade. I'll put those over there. So I'm going to make it in 2 batches. I was going to use measurements, but here's a measuring spoon. I'm really anti-measuring spoon. So I'm just not going to lie, that's just not me. It calls, or I want to use about 2 tablespoons. And here's your tablespoon. I'd say I'm pretty close. You know what? I wouldn't begrudge you going a little bit extra. In my case, I think I am going to stay on the heavy side because if I have enough for marinade and for saucing, I might just do it from one batch. If I have to make more, yeah, I've got more. So this is brand new, haven't opened it yet, so I'll probably take the little plastic off. There we go. Come on, you. Peel, there we go, beautiful. And you know what? I want to use about a tablespoon of this as well. This is a teaspoon measurement. 3 teaspoons gets you a tablespoon. So there you go. This is a light soy sauce. So that was my minced garlic, by the way. This is a light soy sauce. And a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of soy. So once again, I'm working with a teaspoon here, so. And I put extra miso, so I am going to go with the 2 tablespoons. There's my soy. Because I want this to be able to really mix up well. And if I'm I don't have enough liquid in here, it's just going to be really difficult to work with. So now, this is a teriyaki marinade. It's essentially the same. It's the same flavor. It's teriyaki, but it's thick. Okay, you can use teriyaki sauce. You can leave it out completely. That part is up to you. I love the sweetness from teriyaki. And since I am going to be doing marinating, you know, makes sense. Add some teriyaki, put it in there. So I'm adding, same thing. I'm adding 2 tablespoons, like I did with the soy. I could have done it with just the tablespoon and been a lot faster about it, but I'm okay with that. So now we're going to get into, I like garlic, minced garlic, but I also like garlic powder. I'm only going to add a sprinkling of it. I'm not going to really go crazy. This is onion powder, which I'm not going to measure it, but you can see I put a lot more than I did the garlic powder. It's really about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. It's your preference. And same thing, a good 1/4 teaspoon of the ground white pepper. So now I'm going to take all of this and turn it into that beautiful sauce that I'm going to want to both marinate in and use as a coating later on. The marinated, I'm not going to have to come back and coat at all. It is just going to go in the oven as is, ready to go. I will. You know what? I'm going to taste this sauce just because I can. It's going to be a tough call. I mean, you've got garlic in there, minced garlic that isn't broken down, and the flavor is really going to come out over time with that. So it's going to throw off the flavor of this a bit. All right, guys. You know what? I think I know what it's missing. And it is, well, brown sugar. A teaspoon of brown sugar is going to bring this in that sweet direction much more so than any of the ingredients we have here. So let me get that brown sugar. I'm back. Add it in. I've got light brown sugar. And I'm gonna go, there's a nice heaping teaspoon of it, and I'm even gonna get a tiny bit more. So I'm gonna use a 1.5 teaspoons of light brown sugar added to my recipe here. Let me mix this in. Okay. And as I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this is a marinade, and you know, and this has to be spread on the chicken later. It's a very thick sauce. So I've got another teaspoon and a half, at most, of water. Yep, so I'm not trying to update the flavor or anything. I am just trying to change the consistency so that it's a bit thinner, so that it actually seeps into that meat better. Gets in underneath there, does a bit better job of marinating, and it's easier to spread when I'm actually baking. So, there we go. I really think I just made the difference right there. Hey, maybe I ruined it. No, I don't believe that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna come up nice and close to you guys, and I'll show you. Watch, see, it is. It's got a bit of it's like a pea soup right there. Yeah, that's a little of the, see, but that will spread with a brush. Wow, so that is officially part of the recipe. Yep. Brown sugar. That was the key. So I'm going to take most of this and try to do this without making a mess, guys. I'm going to go down into the bag a bit. What's left is going to become my marinade for, there we go. I believe I have enough left over. Now I can do this. There we go. Yeah, there's enough left right there. Oh, I got a little on the lid. Oh yeah. Good job. The rest did go right inside. Let's get all that air out of there. So I just push it all down. And that's where Ziplocs are great. But look at that. Okay. Giving it a nice massage. Blending it all in. There's no air in there, so you know wherever that coating goes, it's going to go, it's going to stay. Look at that. Okay, so there you go. So now I have my marinated chicken. That's going to go until tonight. I'm going to put, I got a good little bit of sauce left. You know, better view? How's that? Look at that. Sweet. Got plenty of sauce left for the rest of the chicken. I'm only doing 7 pieces of chicken. So this has to coat 4 pieces twice with a brush, no problem. This is gonna soak up until tonight. So I'm gonna get, we'll see, I'll let you know. 10 hours plus, whatever, of marinating time, thrilled. It'll be perfect. Thanks for tuning in. I will catch you on the other side. I'm off to work. See you later, guys. Till next time. All right, everyone, I'm back. And chicken's been marinating all day. Been sitting in the freezer all day. I mean, in the fridge all day, not the freezer. They've both been in the fridge all day. So, for this chicken, nice, this is the easy stuff. I'm using parchment paper. The oven is preheated, 400. It just beeped, it's ready. And there you go. I'm only getting 4 on this batch. It's a small batch. That's okay. 4 chicken, ready to go. And in my other pan, which is essentially the same. Let me see if I can pull this over. The only thing I don't like about parchment paper, it doesn't like to sit flat. So you really have to kind of fold those edges up to get it to cooperate. These got a nice, they've been soaking over 12 hours. Okay, so they've been marinating a long time. Oh yeah, it definitely shows. They are dark. That sauce is all over them. I think I got 2 pieces here. There we go. Actually, I even had a little tip mixed in there. I like to make sure my skin side is up. And there is. I'm not even going to worry about like maybe putting any extra coating on here. Like there looks like there's one right there that's a little light on the coating. I don't care. It is very sticky. It is a thick base. Seems to be no problem. There's a bunch of extra sauce here. I shouldn't need it. I have enough sauce left over from the rest of this that I really should not need this sauce. But I'm going to play it safe. I'm not going to get rid of it just yet. I'm just going to put it aside. So here we are. Let's get nice and close. There's the coated ones. See how coated they are? It really, boy, oh, they smell great. All right, let's get these in. These will be done first only because they don't need that extra time to do the coating. And you know, you shoot for about 160 degrees with poultry. You really do. You can go 165, but 160 is a nice safe temperature. These should take 30 to 35 minutes to reach that temp. I just bake 400 degrees preheated. These go in 35 minutes. I'll take a look at these. They should start browning up nicely, and hopefully at that point, maybe 40 minutes, I can start to actually brush the coating on those. And at about that time, these will be coming out. So I might be getting to eat these while those are still finishing off. And we'll be able to do that comparison. And I'm really hoping I don't know. These look awesome. So, but I like the way my process I normally use really crisps up the skin. So let's see how well this crisps up. But I think from a flavor perspective, boy, it's in there. Okay, so we're about halfway in here. I'm gonna pop up these right here. As these are the ones that were marinated. And I'm gonna give them a flip. These little drumsticks, yeah, they got some extra crisp coming along with them. I mean, the wing tips here have some extra crisp. This is not even close. Like I said, so temperature-wise, got a ways to go. Little wing tips might be done a little earlier than that, but that's okay. I'll get them out when they're ready. It looks like it is going to crisp up for me as needed. But right now, look at that. There we go. They're looking good. They're coming along. They're going back in. My other wings are nowhere near brown just yet. It's only been, 20 minutes. There's 15 minutes to go before I check these and take them out, the ones that have been marinated. So we will continue. Just wanted to give you a little peek at progress. All right, so 35 minutes went by. I did take the drumsticks out a touch early. They really do look pretty nice. This is the ones that were marinated. They are nice and cooked. I've flipped them during the cook so that they wouldn't just totally get, too blackened. But they really took a lot of color. I'll bring this up close. You can see the pan from the sauce. It's a combination definitely with the brown sugar that's in there. It's causing that to kind of get black in the pan. They are not burnt at all. They got a few char marks on them. That's fine. I'm gonna take them over and give them a try. So the other wings are still in the oven. They are only just starting to brown. It's just been a little over 35 minutes. And I gave them another 5 minutes or so. So keep checking. I'm going to check them every 5 minutes. It probably will only get to 40 minutes before I start actually basting them. So let's take a nibble on these while we wait for the others to get ready. All right, so I want you to get a really nice food. It's a little warm, so let me use this to kind of grab it so I can really show you. Maybe you'll get a nice look. Hopefully it's not too bright in there. You can see it's still steaming, but she is. She's really looking good. And I'm gonna try it out. Oh yeah. So the meat did take in a lot of flavor on this. The skin is not crispy, but it's not overly chewy either. It's a nice somewhere in between. I'm able to really it's just tender. I can bite right through it. It cooked up really well in the 35 minutes. It is definitely completely done. There's a good level of salt, and that sweetness comes through as well. So I really feel that I think the best addition was definitely the brown sugar. And but it also, I mean, the garlic just kind of permeates right through it. So that's looking good. I hear my timer. Let me go check on that. See how those other wings are coming along. And I'll probably eat a few more of these while I wait for those. But I will bring you back to the oven so you can kind of see the saucing process and me getting it ready, finishing those up. And I'll see which one I really like better. I will say, just these alone, giving these on a 1 to 10, I'm going to give them a 7.5. They're really good. They're not like, there is no spicy, tangy, but there's just a lot of flavor. It really comes through. And the texture is very nice, even though I like it a little more crispy. That's okay. It's just a nice, soft, really comforting finish that I've got here on these. So definitely a keeper, a good approach to making these. But let's see if we can beat that 7.5 doing it the way I always do it with these other wings. So I'll be right back. All right, so here we are, we're back. I'll do this over this plate in case it chooses to drip. Nice color. Nice brown, crispy. Ready for that first coat. None of them are sticking. Yep, they're sitting nice, right like I like them. I have my sauce that I'm going to use here to baste them up the first time. Like I said, there's a lot I don't hit. Like, I don't get every little drop underneath. I tend to really just hit all the top as nice as I can and get under there a bit. So any visible surfaces I hit, and I really always have been very satisfied with how it comes out in the end. So this is that first coating. It's really, they look really nice. They're nice, clean, ready to go. That first coat is sticking very nicely. Trying to make sure I get enough on there. No need to skimp. There's plenty of sticky sauce here to work with, so that's it. Kind of made my rounds. Get inside a bit. There we go. Okay, let's get this back in the oven, and we'll check it out in 5 minutes. All right, so while I was waiting, I polished off all but one piece of these wings. They were very juicy. They were really tasty. So we're back, and as you can see, they are darkening up from that first coating. But this second coat is the one that's really going to give them their color. And if necessary, I could even hit it with a final coat when they come out, just to give them that extra bit of moisture on the outside, if needed. I rarely do that. They usually come out and they're just fine coming out. So, but we'll see. I will never say never. I'm going to play it by ear. My sauce is getting low, but that's okay. I still had enough to do the job. I did not run out. This sauce seems like it's going to finish off with a dry appearance, but I don't believe that means it's going to have a dry taste by any stretch. So, but there it is. They're ready to go back in for the final round. Grab that. I'll give you a nice little look at it. There you go. And in they go. 5 more minutes, and these are done. All right, so the final batch is here. And there they are. And in the middle is that one left over from that first session. Ooh, still pretty hot, steamy. It's okay. Give it a couple minutes. I'm surprised it's still steaming quite a bit. There it is. A bit of steam coming off there. I am gonna give that a few seconds more before I bite into it. I just don't trust it just yet. But yeah, nice, juicy looking. All right, I'm gonna be brave. Take a chance. Oh, very nice flavor. Very similar to the other style, but oh my god, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I almost think I like the marinated better. But it's very close. Very good flavor. Really comes through a lot. It doesn't soak into the meat as much. It's really more, it's more on the skin. It's cooked really well, but slightly drier than the marinated. But it did cook a total of almost about 15 minutes longer, which is a long time on the scale of things. All right, so I'm going to try this little section here with the 2 bones inside. Now that I've got past the drumette. And this will give me my final decision on what I think. And then, now the meat in there is totally juicy. The drumette was a little bit drier. The basting flavor is excellent. The basting worked out just fine. And I can even nibble a little bit off the wingtip. So, here's that. The last little double section. It's been cooling off for a bit. But it is letting me do a bit of a comparison. All right. I think my results are in. Yeah, for sure. Marinating all day wins. I'm going to give the marinating a final 1 to 10 of an 8 and a 7.5 on the no marinating. It definitely has the edge on the faster cook time and just the overall moisture level that comes through. The flavor's really close, surprisingly, going either way. It wasn't so much more like everywhere by marinating it. The meat took a little bit more, but boy, was it juicy and really good. So now I have to reevaluate years of how I make my wings, and decide, do I want to start doing more marinating? I'm thinking maybe for different sauces that may make sense, but it depends. Like if I'm doing a really hot buffalo style with like super hot sauces, a long marinade might just make it so hot that it's overwhelming. So something like this that's not. This is just like a burst of flavor. This type. It's not spicy and hot, and it's none of those. It is just like a real hard hitting, tons of flavor. Very good. Very, very nice. So there you go. You can go either way. I think for this particular wing, if I make this recipe again, I'm going the marinated approach. So, but I'm really pleased at the outcome both ways. So there it is, Duane's World of Wings. This is, I think it's my 4th episode, the 4th location, and it was the Japanese version of wings. I made miso garlic wings. And yet, the garlic did come through in both cases as well. It really did. So, I hope you get to make it or try it out. Let me know if you do. Send a picture along if you do. That would be great. But that's it. Signing off. Duane and Nidia, Food, Travel, and Fun. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications. Tell your friends. And thanks, as always, for tuning in. See you next time. Good night.